one of the present for the most part, unquestionable and high-level physicists, has conveyed his evaluation concerning circumstance Kaku, seen for his excellent responsibility to the fields of actual science has as of late asserted that the James Webb Space Telescope has seen as 6 colossal universes that analysts thought couldn't exist. These assessments can potentially open up new perspectives in our intelligent understanding of the universe. It is in this manner amazing and worth keeping an eye on these headway. Kaku is an outstanding figure in the sensible field, a physicist of American and Japanese Warren. He is seen as an ace in both dated test physical science and quantum mechanics. I like some more moderate and vigilant specialist. Kaku doesn't have a spot with that bundle and has been available to the astounding delayed consequence of the James Webb Space Telescope mission. We are truly happy that this perceived scientist has decided to openly end his quietness and share what can at absolutely no point in the future be denied. The energy and almost engaged tone of the well-known eminent physicist is clear in his comments on the disclosure made by the James Webb Space Telescope, conveying that this has been the highlight that enjoys picked his benefit go alongside us to track down the implications of Kaku disclosure of these 6 tremendous infinite frameworks. Kaku is a analyst who has reliably been ready to ponder new theories. All through his life he knows that Einstein's states of relativity in Newton's guideline are missing to get the full conflicts of the universe. Kaku grasps that the disclosures of the new telescope might potentially propel the consistent field despite the way that an extensive parcel of his accomplices have not been prepared to embrace this view. It is making concern and rest hardship about the colossal blast backers and foes of quantum mechanics. At any rate, this equitable bits of knowledge laughing from Mij Kaku. The JW Space Telescope has uncovered the divulgence of 6 enormous frameworks following all the way back to the earliest times of the universe. Every one of these frameworks contain a greater number of stars than our own smooth way, despite having formed simply a short time frame after the colossal explosion. The gathering space specialists who have made the disclosure have deceived these exceptional, inestimable frameworks, universe breakers. Since Airmed, they would agitate our entire getting it of the universe. Something doesn't fit here any longer. The tremendous speculation lets us realize that the universe was a train wreck. After the beginning event, the primary solid things expected innumerable years to design, and it took endless extra years for the things to show up at sufficient thickness and produce light. The plan of mind-boggling plans for model infinite frameworks was acknowledged to happen much later. A portion of the as of late found universes outperformed the smooth way in size, and their enormous radiance shows that they were probably forming a large number new stars consistently, while our framework structures stars, figuratively speaking. Conflictingly, it stays sketchy. Unequivocally, when the essential infinite frameworks formed, researchers have not had the choice to choose this up until this point. The central thing that is clear is that at first there may simply have been single stars or assembling of stars, which at last consolidated to outline progressively huge gatherings, until small grandiose frameworks cultivated the little universes, experienced unique, enormous frameworks, and little by little created, according to glued theories, significantly composed and tremendous universes demonstrated unfit simply have existed around then at that point, which raises the issue of whether the universe is much more settled than ahead of time acknowledged, or WA complex. Zenith, an enormous strategy, grew a great deal earlier. This present circumstance is problematic too, except for moderate science, which actually finds issue with this model, and a couple of parts of physical science narrows intensely decline to recognize this disclosure and question possible missteps in the age. Assessments Kaku had some awareness of this. Moreover, had this to say there are a seriously huge number in examples of old. Furthermore, false speculations that willfully continue on by virtue of the reputation of certain specialists an impressive parcel of these theories were simply criticized at the moment that a urgent preliminary revealed their deception. Consequently, the major work in any science, especially in actual science, rests inside the experimentalists who keep the researchers ready and mindful, believe it or not, on the planet. We have near zero knowledge into the legitimate beginning stages of the universe. The huge Bend speculation was spread out in 1927, considering view of the improvement of the universe. These data incited the end that the universe started from a lone point and has been developing starting there ahead. At the time, it was trying for people and analysts to consider a universe with a beginning, moreover an end, the chance of a universe that had reliably existed and was interminable. In actuality, was past people imaginative psyche. Even today, scientists still, at any rate, face difficulties in getting it. Once more, it is fundamental to consider these probabilities. These new shows fit in no way, shape, or form with what experts have based for a seriously lengthy time on the colossal Bend speculation. In any case, science has shown unendingly time again that revaluation and responsiveness to novel contemplations are an imperative piece of the legitimate cycle, as it is the attestation of explicit theories and insight. When Iceland was a young person, the fact that the stars and makes it accepted planets were unfalteringly fixed in the universe, and these particular designs involved a portrayed space. In any case, we presently know that all that in the universe is moving. Planets circle stars, move inside their universes at numerous kilometers each second and entirety. Universes move rapidly through the universe, the fate of which we can't, however, attempt and expect. Today, scientists are tried to recognize abnormal pieces of understanding and to appreciate speculations are not simply guesses and not out-and-out pieces of understanding until they are completely attempted or certified by definite insights. The chance of the tremendous explosion arose out of the affirmation that frameworks are making some separation from each other. Moreover, this distance is comparative with the distance to Earth. This discernment, known as HBL's guideline, suggested that the universe was developing for very some time. Parts like incalculable establishment radiation and the red sh of light from distant frameworks and other cosmological designs seem to help this theory. In any case, reviewing that is critical. In the past, people who acknowledged that the Earth was level and that the Sun pivoted around us in like manner has the cal evidence for their assumptions, until accidental occasion or mechanical improvements came that gave a more clear and anything is possible from their exact picture. Right now we are seeing a practically identical situation. Analysts expected the new James Webb Space Telescope to attest the doubts associated with the immense blast, yet maybe they have gone over these 6 frameworks that gave off an impression of being inconceivable. This prompts us that science is consistently creating and that scientists must certain necessity be accessible to new disclosures and reevaluate existing hypotheses. Considering the open evidence, researchers use Redshift as a device to choose explicit sums in the examination of the universe. Red boss 2, known as the Doppler influence, suggests the change of the shade of the lights as the light sewers of the onlooker move respectively to each other. To fathom this, you can imagine halting and seeing a carb coming towards you. As a carb moves towards you, you hear the engine getting more grounded. In any case, once the vehicle passes you or creates some distance from you, the engine changes this is in light of the fact that the engine varies as the vehicle moves, something very much like is substantial for light when a light hotspot, for instance. The focal point star moves around us the light. We see shifts towards bluer shades then, at that point, again when the light source makes some distance from us the light moves towards redder shades. This wall-on is called Redshift. Physicists have changed over red movement's values into paces and distances for assessment in the audit of the universe. At any rate, it is imperative to take note of that little errors in these assessments could have basic influences. The assessment methodologies as of late used are at this point under study and seeing what is fascinating results scientists will appear at with regard to the latest shows associated with our universe. It is critical to consider whether they are genuinely established on red-chipped botches or whether a few specialists are fundamentally denying current real factors. This is an request that requires exhaustive assessment and careful review of the data and frameworks used in the research. A lot of gratitude for watching the video as reliably. We advise you that you can post your inquiries in the comments box. Expecting you like the video. Try not to fail to cause an uproar around town. Button share so it contacts more people and become involved with the feed so you try not to miss more blissful like this. Thank you such a huge amount for watching and see you in the following one.